During the years of its existence, the mankind has obtained a tradition to mark the most brilliant historical epochs with sound names. In this sense, the recently went away 20th century was no exception. It was called by every right the century of aviation. We do not know yet what name the new 21st century will obtain, but there is no doubt that the role of aviation will be as high as this means that a notorious family of aircraft engines created in Progress Bureau will be enlarged by new modern samples. There are only 6 countries in the world, and Ukraine is among them, that carry out a closed cycle of production of aircraft engines, from projecting to serious production. In this elite club, our country has been represented by Ivchenko Design Bureau for more than 50 years. As a rule, it is pretty difficult to come to leaders, but to hold your position is still more difficult. The more so in a present-day economical situation with its ruthless competition at world market. To own a Progress Bureau with the beginning of a new century, there is no falling down either in the amount of good ideas or in the level of professionalism of the collective. The sources of successes of progressive men are evident. They are in qualified modern approach to company control, in a good work, just like in a work of orchestra, and in effective preparation of engineer and working cadre. There is one more part of success, which is a must as a matter of success. It is a long and good reputation of a company. This sign of partner reliability is especially valued by business world. Entering a new, though somewhat conditional cycle of future technical progress, it is important to determine what must be taken with you out of the available luggage and what must be left in the past, just like a museum exhibit. But in an aircraft engine is not an old furniture, which it can be thrown out without any sorrow during the New Year night, as it is a custom with Italians. More so that technical evolutions like transitions of aviation from piston engines to reactive one occur not so often. That is why they are in no hurry in the progress to sign the engines that have summary work of millions of hours and excellent operation records off to util. A bright example of such situation is that of D36 engine. In Design Bureau they have developed its new modifications of the 4th series and of Series 5AF. In April of 2001, a maiden flight of N-74 TK-300 took place. The new engines of Series 4A are equipped with reverse thrust of the new type and are mounted on the underwing pylons. Such location allowed to increase fuel efficiency by 10 to 20% depending on flight altitude. I want to pass a big thank you to leaders of ASTC Antonov, motorists Boguslav and Muravchenko, and to their collectives for their fast designing very reliable and good engines for this aircraft. Engine D18T is known all over the world. This engine is mounted on super heavy transport aircraft of AN-124 Ruslan and AN-225 Mriya types. At present, they have mastered the production of engine D18T of Series 3. In 2001, after a long interval, the world's biggest carrier AN-225 resumed its flights. Progress Bureau has a lot to do with this event. 6 new engines of the last series will help the air giant to pass certificate testing successfully. Turboshaft engine TV3 117 VMR SBM1 and auxiliary engine IE93B for new aircraft AN-140 of local airlines have been designed and awarded type certificates. The first engine is a result of joint design of Progress Bureau, Motor Sich and St. Petersburg Zavod Klimov. It is a good example of fruitful cooperation of two countries. On the 29th of March 2001, the Series AN-140 has made its maiden passenger flight along the route of Odessa-Kiev-Odessa, which opened a new page in the history of Ukrainian aviation. Regardless of extremely complicated economical situation, they do find possibilities and resources for developing new types of engines in Progress Bureau. In particular, they carry out the works for creating and certification of the whole family of reliable and highly economically efficient engines of a new generation, D436, T1, T2, T3. Their purpose for a new passenger airliner Tu-334 and its modifications. These aircraft engines can also be effectively used when modernizing veteran aircraft, Tu-134, Yak-42, An-74. Maritime modification of basic engine D436 TP is installed on multi-purpose amphibian aircraft B200. By present time, B200 has done about 500 flights, in which number they have carried out flights with landing on water, with taking in and dropping out of water. In the year of 2000, the engines of D436 T1 and D436 TP were awarded type certificates. High quality of developments, new approaches, the ability to get in every new project the maximum concentration of optimal solutions, these have been distinguished signs of products pushed forward under the mark of progress. The result of such big and fruitful work of the collective has become turbofan engine D27. The engine has no analogues in the world. Its fuel efficiency is higher by 25–30% than that of modern turbojet double contour engines. Last to the aforesaid, the engine has a wide degree of unification, minimal expenditures for operation and repair, low level of noise and low level of exhausting hazardous substances. The aircraft for which the engine is designed is just as good. It is military transport AN-70. Built in accordance to new technologies, the framework of the aircraft is ideally matched with the power plant. The wing design allows to maximally use the powerful airstream from propellers to create additional lift. This is what determines outstanding takeoff and landing characteristics of AN-70 aircraft. AN-70 exceeds any transport plane of its class as far as its speed, range of travel, lifting capacity and volume of cargo compartment are concerned. The fate of the aircraft turned out to be a difficult one. A few years there were talks between Ukraine and Russia on one side and Europe from other side regarding joint putting of AN-70 aircraft into production. After long thinking, NATO countries refused to cooperate and preferred, though not the best one, but their own project. This solution of theirs was based on purely political considerations. At the same time, having lost their interest in the aircraft itself, they continue to be interested in D27 engine. And though there are some difficulties, the project average transport aircraft continues to develop. In accordance with intergovernmental agreement in Russia and Ukraine, the joint works on creation of serious production of AN-70 aircraft with D27 engine are going on. Engine production in particular is mastered on a serious basis in the